What's up, everybody? Ben Razzie here for Oddshopper, bringing you a little CBB action on this Thursday, February 23rd in the sports world. The NBA has returned. Everyone is excited about that, but don't forget about college basketball. Plenty to break down, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take a couple games, try to build out a parlay, a big money ticket, try to cash it. We know probability is low, but it can be done. We've done it a couple times doing this video, and we're going to try to add one more to the tally today. If you're joining us for the first time, hanging out here at Oddshopper, welcome aboard. Always love to see new faces. Always glad to have more people joining us. Like we say, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into the games, and we need it. Last time I did this video was Tuesday. We were not even close on the parlay. Let's see if we can do a little better today. First game up, UTEP, FIU. We're getting greasy right off the bat. A weird game. Two average at best teams. Slight road favorite for the Miners. They're a team that I bet a lot. I really like their coach. I like what they're doing. I think they've actually had a really rotten run of it. To be honest, they're a 12-15 team. I think they're better than that. Just a lot of close games. A perfect example. You look at their last game. Oh, they got beat by North Texas, pretty sizable. They lost in overtime. They blew an 11-point lead in that game. Their biggest problem, and it's a big problem in a sport like basketball, they can't put the ball in the basket. They cannot shoot. They average under 70 points per game. They've got great defense. They cause a ton of steals. They have a havoc-type defense. That's the mentality that their coach brought. He used to coach Abilene Christian. That's what they did in the tournament when they had their little run. That's the type of personnel they want. They just can't really score. Good rebounding team, though. That is an advantage I think they have. And even though they have lost 7 of 8, which is not good by any stretch, one, they beat this team, FIU, by 20 points on their home floor. And two, a lot of those losses have been very, very competitive. So look at the squad. They're playing a team in FIU that's not much better. They've lost 3 and 4. They've been very competitive as well. 71 points per game, 31% from 3. That's better than UTEP, but not by much. And this is a team that actually mirrors a lot of what UTEP likes to do. FIU forces a lot of steals. FIU can't shoot at all. UTEP probably will get into foul trouble as they normally do. Florida International is not a great free throw shooting team. They're not an efficient team. And the big advantage I think that UTEP has and why I lean to them is in the rebounding edge. UTEP's a real good offensive rebounding team. They're near the top 50 in the country in offensive rebounding percentage. Florida International is outside the top 300 in defensive rebounding percentage. So I think these little edges with two teams that are both pretty inefficient offensively tips the scales to UTEP. I will call for them to go on the road and sweep Florida International to get this started. Now, that's just one bet. Obviously, we need more because we're building out a parlay. And I just said to you, on Tuesday when we did this video, not even close. The only way to win on Tuesday would have been to take advantage of some of the deals because that is what they do. They boost your bankroll. DraftKings Sportsbook, bet 5, win 150 on any sport if you bet the pregame money line and the bet must win. So if you're a new user, you haven't taken advantage, you go to the link. You take a couple seconds. You put in your info. You put in your $5. You go to the board and you find that money line that's a huge favorite. And instead of betting 5 to win $1, 5 to win 50 cents, you're betting 5 to win 150 if they win that game. That's 30 to 1 on your money. It's that simple. And you get $150 in your bankroll. You can afford to take some shots with parlays. You can take some outrights. You can take some long shots. Whatever you're interested in, it makes it a lot easier. And that is the beauty of the deal. So I really encourage people, if you are interested in adding a new book and getting some extra money with a great opportunity, worst case scenario, you lose $5. All certainly been there, but doesn't get much better than 30 to 1. Now, we got to find another team. UTEP on the board, scrolling. See a lot of weird, just like obscure teams on the docket tonight. I'm going out west, though. This is not an obscure team, obviously, in the Pac-12. Colorado and USC, a good competitive game, a 140.5 point total. Colorado a favorite at home at 2.5. I'm going to lay those points. This is not a great Colorado team. We'll get to them in a second, but they're at home. USC, 19-8, 73 points per game. Solid, balanced team. Pretty good offensive efficiency, pretty good defensive efficiency, nothing crazy with tempo. It's a pretty simple split there. They don't like being on the road. A lot of teams don't, and they've shown that all year. They played a ton of home games. When they go on the road, bad things happen. They just lost to Oregon State on the road. That should be a double red flag because Oregon State's a bad basketball team. They lost to Oregon on the road. They lost to Arizona on the road, as most people do. UCLA on the road. Washington State on the road. They've got a couple of road wins on the season. That's about it. They simply are not the same team when they're out of their gym. They're going into a place in Colorado. First of all, it's just a difficult, Boulder's a tough place to play, no matter what sport we're talking about. Colorado's 15-13. They're not a terrible team. They're not a great team. They played tough non-con. They've won 3 of 5. They've played 3 straight road games. I love that angle. 3 straight road games. Now they're coming back home where they're 11-2 in their building. Really good on the boards, have the edge of rebounding at times. Super strong defensive team. Offensively, there could be ebbs and flows. Offensively, they can go cold for stretches, but the defense certainly will travel, particularly when they don't even need to travel because they're at home. But regardless, this is a good defensive team that can cause some problems for USC. I look at USC, and again, they're 19-18, but I don't think that tells the full story. And even the line says that. Colorado's the favorite. This is no upset. We're asking them not to win the game. They got to cover the spread. They got to win by 3 or more points. And I think they can do just that tonight. At home, they will be better. They will do what they need. Good on the offensive glass. Make the plays when you need to. And again, coming home after 3 straight road games, tough stretch there. I think they will be ready to play. And I like them as that second leg of the parlay. So we've got UTEP -1, Colorado -2.5. Got to have one more to round it out. And then, as I always like to say, insider access, Discord. If you watch these videos and you enjoy them and you're having fun, you want to be a part of a community. You want to talk back and forth. You want to sweat the games out with everybody. Celebrate when we win. Complain when we lose. All of that is what Discord is about. It's fun. At the bottom line, of course, we're giving more plays. We're trying to cash tickets and all that, but it's just fun. And if you enjoy stuff like that, come in for 50% off your first week. I think you'll stick around. All right, 2 on the board. My last one. If you check out the Ben's Best Bet video on this very channel, you'll see this game there as well because I do like it quite a bit. And it says closed. Dun, dun, dun. Great. Really, really great. Well, when Gonzaga does open up, maybe it went down to 164.5. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I'm an innovator on this video. There we go. We got it at 164.5. Made myself a half point by working through it on the fly here. I like the over, as you can see in this game. Maybe Society doesn't because it did just drop, but man, I don't really get it. Gonzaga, I bet a lot of their overs this year to middling degrees of success, but this is a good spot. Let's start with San Diego. San Diego's 11-17. They actually have a pretty good offense, one of the better ones in the conference, in my opinion. They play at a decently fast tempo, top 3rd in the country. Their defense is horrendous. It might be the worst in the conference. It is really, really bad. And I'm just going to throw out some scores here. San Diego gave up 99 points to Pacific. Then they played Pacific the first time. They gave up 84 points to them. They gave up 88 points to Portland, 98 points to Loyola Marymount, 89 points to Pepperdine. All of those teams are not even close to what Gonzaga can do. Then you add in that Gonzaga is at home. You take a team that averages 87.5 points per game, the best in the country. Then you put them in their home gym. They average over 90 points at home. They averaged 97 points in their last 3 games. It's just bad. It's a bad situation for a team like San Diego. I think that Gonzaga can and probably will score around 100 points. If that's the case, we're asking San Diego to get mid-60s to 70 would obviously give us some cushion. I think that's really where this game is going to fall. It feels like the old 102-75 type game, and that would obviously be ideal for this situation. If Gonzaga's a little, look ahead to St. Mary's, maybe they're sluggish on defense. Maybe San Diego hangs in the game. Either way, ample opportunities to cover this number. And I think Gonzaga is going to do just that in terms of the total. You want to lay 23, more power to you. That's a lot of points. I think they can easily cover that number. But I like the over even more. I think San Diego will be able to score at times, and Gonzaga is not going to be stopped on their home floor. Too much offensive efficiency en route to a lot of points in the kennel tonight. UTEP, Colorado, over in the Gonzaga game. You throw them all together, you're getting plus 595. 3-leg parlay at -110 across the board. We know, again, break even, you got to hit, 1 out of 6. I mean, it's that type of bet. Obviously low probability, but I'm going to try to cash that ticket. It can be done. Let's just go leg by leg. Let's get to UTEP. Let's get to the late night games and give ourselves a chance with the Zags tonight. As always, really enjoyed doing this. Fun video for me. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. If you have any questions, you can always follow me on Twitter at JazzRazDFS or find me in our oddshopper Discord, of course. But for me, for UTEP, for Colorado, and the over in Gonzaga, good luck. Enjoy all the games across all the sports, and stay tuned for even more content each and every day here at Oddshopper.